It's quite a bleary day outside, isn't it? We're all going through hard times, aren't we? I'm included in that. And for that sake, let's learn how to comfort each other. So my gift to you will be these little stories that I hope will keep you company on these cold nights and remind you of the warmth that we all share. This story is called The Raven and the Bear. It is useful to view people as animals. Let me tell you the stories of how I became one and found the animal in others. This I speak with greater responsibility and authority than most other experiences, because it is that which I have most directly influenced by doing as little as possible. The raven is my most comfortable form, and the one I can reside in the longest. And for now on, I will be known as Raven. On a mountain above a fertile forest, Raven and Bear foraged separately. The raven would take the finest berries from the trees, then fly in circles to distract her brethren from finding her treasures. The bear would walk 7 miles from his cave to the river, hoping that each piece of food he discovered would be there the next time he passed it. It is by this that they pass each other frequently, yet Raven's view was always clouded, and Bear's was rooted firmly to the ground. They spent many summers ignorant of each other, until they met on a grassy barren high above the forest line, each knowing that the last of fall's produce remained untouched here. Separately they foraged again, mindful of each other's presence, and agreed not to interfere with each other's foraging. Yet each grew increasingly confounded by each other. The raven would leave a nut to look for a cracking stone, and the bear would come across it, crush it in his paw, and eat it with glee. Bear would find luscious blackberries behind thick bramble, and would only rest in frustration after his paws and muzzles were sore and bleeding from the effort. Only then would Raven alight with harsh laughter and pluck berry after berry with her skilled beak. These childish games of taunting, fleeing, and chuckling amused them both, until they had exhausted every fruit, stalk, and fiber, except for the prickly pear. Raven would drop rock after rock, but could never dislodge it from the air. Bear would reach at it with his claw and tongue, like the blackberry briar, but couldn't reach the fruit without tremendous pain. After Raven plucked all the spines from Bear's tongue, they agreed to work together, for ravens and bears are both very prideful creatures, and despise being made a fool of. After much debate over what each deserved from the exchange, they agreed that Bear would unearth the planet's roots, and Raven would pluck out the spines until they could share the fruit together. When this was done and their hunger satisfied, their thoughts turned to warmer things, such as each other's plans for winter. Raven admitted after much cawing and croaking that, mateless as she was, she only managed a small cubby in a dusky cave that allowed for no expansion or laughter due to the horrible groaning that frightened her all winter. The bear groaned his condolences and spoke of his own drafty cave that would blow and echo right over where he slept. The raven turned a sympathetic eye to this bear, for every good bird knows that a warm nest is a good nest. The bear in turn turned his ears to this solitary bird, wondering how she survived so many seasons, so small and so alone. Their hearts arrived at this kindness, and understanding grew between them. Together they agreed to gather their belongings and meet again at their own caves. Imagine the look on their faces when they met at the exact same cave. Thank you for listening, my friends. I hope the story heartened you about how people that can be so disparately apart can become so close together. Thank you for listening.